What is up, Jerome's? We're back on this lovely, beautiful Saturday morning. We have some cafe caliente. There you go. We're striving ardently and fervently towards a perfect 7-round Vikings mock draft. As since the Vikings aren't going to be big players in free agency, it is what it is. So we're focusing on the draft now. The combine is going on. A couple of these jabronis are rising and falling really fast, and also the rumors that the Vikings will be doing serious work on the 2020 quarterback draft class. So let's try and do what we can. So we're on FanSpeak. We're doing a 7-round Vikings mock draft, the ultimate GM experience. It's phenomenal good times. As you can see right away, the trades are coming in. So the Vikings right now sitting at 25, and we got 2 trade offers. So the Chargers and the Browns are throwing a handful of picks at us. It's clear that the Chargers one is better because all the picks are higher. So what do we want to do with this spot? So I wanted to go in because I want to go after Mekhi Becton. I want to go after a quarterback of the future. Also want Winfield Jr. Also, I want to double and triple down on offensive line. And then also I want to go the RG3 Kirk Cousins route and grab a quarterback later on in the draft. And the Vikings have a ton of draft picks already, notably in the 7th round because they already have 4 7th rounders. But what to do at this point? Oh, also, how can I get Javon Kinlaw? How can I do all that stuff? So just for schnitz and giggles, we're going to accept the Chargers trade offer. So right now the Vikings are out of the first round, but you can see second round 5, 26, 2/3, 3 4th rounders now. No 5th rounder because of the Corey Vedvik trade, a 6 and then 4 7s. But also I am going to be very aggressive, just trying to get back into this first round here. So we'll do the top 5. All right, so Burrow goes 1, no shock. Chase Young 2, expected. Derek Brown 3 to the Lions. I actually kind of expect the Lions to take a quarterback. I think there is a little bit of steam to the Matthew Stafford trade rumors more than they lead on. Yeah. Also, here's what's so dumb. Here's what is absolutely moronic. So the Browns, not so much the Bengals to a degree, but the Browns and the Lions, where they sort of hamstring themselves in the draft because God forbid that the Lions draft an Ohio State guy, or God forbid that the Browns draft a Michigan man. Because one of the reasons why Braylon Edwards failed in Cleveland, besides not being that good, is that like all the fans hated him because he was from Michigan. Right? You spend the number 3 overall pick, pretty sure it was 3, or a top 5 overall pick on a wide receiver, and already he's behind the 8 ball just because he went to a rival school of the college. It doesn't really matter. Great. All right, so the Lions are getting rid of Darius Big Play Slay. No big deal. But like the fan base would be so pissed if they took Okudah, even though he's probably the best cornerback prospect of the last 5 years, which is just so moronic. I can't believe it. It's amazing. All right, so top 5 going on. A-Bear goes to the Dolphins. Giants get Okudah, which is just phenomenal for them. 2 goes to the Chargers. Andrew Thomas, first offensive lineman, goes to the Panthers. Becton goes to the Cardinals. That makes a lot of sense. CD Lamb. Jaguars. Oh, they got Wirfs listed as a guard. That's interesting. All right, so he goes. So let's look at the board. Top 10 is still going. So Simmons not a need. Oh, that'd be pretty damn sweet. Not gonna lie. Jedrick Wills. I actually think Wills could play on the left side. People get pissed when I say that, but don't at me. Let's see what else here. Spencer, Yasin, Kinlaw, obviously. Fulton, Jordan Love is there. So Josh Jones is still there. Probably easily get back into the first round and get Josh Jones. See what happens with Jordan Love. If Jordan Love gets outside 15, there we go. All right, so, Josh Jones. All of a sudden. All right, so Wills is still on board. It's really important. Jordan Love is still there. Xavier McKinney is intriguing, especially since the Vikings have shown that they're probably not going to retain Anthony Harris, which is just a travesty. Who's on the board? Let's propose a trade. Let's do a little bit of work. All right, so the Vikings, who's coming up next? All right, so the Falcons at 16. All right, so we want 16. What do you want? What do you want, son? All right, so we got 2 second-round picks. That'd be enough to get back in. Because, even though this is just a exercise, I'd rather not give up my future first-rounder if I don't have to. Trade decline. Can we get that 5th-rounder back? No. All right, give me a 7th-round pick. All right, so they're basically saying no. All right. Take that off the board. We'll offer the early 4th-rounder and a future 2nd-round pick. How about that? Trade decline. All right. Well, we know that the Falcons aren't going to take a quarterback, and they're probably not going to take an offensive lineman since they took, since they doubled down on O-line last year. So let's let them have one. All right, so there. All right, so Wills is still on board. That's super interesting. The Cowboys are up next. I don't think they go O-line again, although you never know with the Cowboys. I don't think they go quarterback. So I actually think it's safe to let this pick pass. Who's coming up? Oh, it doesn't really say. All right. Well, let's look then. Next 20 picks. So the Dolphins, did they take a quarterback? Yeah, they took Aber, so they're not taking a quarterback again. They certainly could be in the market for offensive linemen, so I think Wills could go there. I think the Cowboys go elsewhere. They might take Ruggs if they don't retain Amari Cooper, or they could go a cornerback. They could go Trevon Diggs there since Byron Jones is leaving. So let's let this pick pass. Or do we trade with them now? Because I think Wills is definitely going to the Dolphins if he gets there. Yeah, let's get the Cowboys on the horn. Hey, Jarrett. Hey, Jarrett. It's Rick Spielman. So Dallas. Want your pick, man. All right. Yeah, same offer. All right, so they accepted the trade. So the Vikings are back in. 17 have given up a 4th-round pick, the extra 2nd-rounder they got from the Chargers, as well as a future 2nd-round pick, but back in the game. Jedrick Wills. Resume. There we go. We're on the clock. Jedrick Wills, come on down. You're the next offensive lineman on the Minnesota Vikings. All right, so Jordan Love is still on the board. And like I said, I kind of want to get nuts. Next 20 picks. Bills not taking quarterback. Patriots might. Let's see. Chargers took Tua, so no. So let's get the Bills back on the horn. Buffalo Bills, won't you come out tonight and trade me the 1st-round pick? All right, so do we just punt? Do we just go all in? So end up with 2 first-round picks at the cost of a future 2nd-rounder, and they're both improvements on 25 overall. But then you're basically gutting the inside of or the middle rounds of. We'll just mortgage all the 2nd-round picks. Let's see if they go for it. They did go for it. All right, back in. All right, so now the Vikings are down 2nd-round picks in consecutive seasons, but whatever. Jordan Love out of Utah State. Oh, you got what I need. But you say he's Jordan Love, and he's a Minnesota freaking Viking. Woo, baby, you. I love it, man. I love it. I love the draft. All right, so let's recap real quick. So the Vikings, they get their left tackle, right tackle. I don't care where Jedrick Wills is going to play. He's going to play wherever he does, and he's going to be phenomenal. So you get your offensive lineman de jour of the future as well as your QB of the future in the 1st round. You end up with 2 first-round picks at the cost of your 2nd-rounder as well as 2nd-rounders in the future 2 years. Yeah, it's a small price to pay. Still have 2 third-round picks, a 4th-rounder, a 6th and 4 7ths. So even though the Vikings are sitting out this 2nd round and they're going to sit out the 2nd round in the next 2 years, I'm really happy with what's going on with this draft right now. Baby, we got a stew going. Baby. Let's see who we're going to be targeting in the third round because we're at the top of the third. Let's see. Cornerback is still obviously a need. Definitely want to double down on offensive lineman, though. Let's see. Ben Barch from St. John's. He can make it. Prince, who they met at from Auburn, they met with at the draft. I really like Ezra Cleveland from Boise State. I think he would be a good fit in the scheme. All right, so Winfield Jr. is still there chilling. Do we make a cursory move up to go get him? I think we have to. I mean, it'd be rude if we didn't, right? So who's on the clock? Next 20 picks. Oh, the Bengals. Dirt. So Cincinnati Bengals. We'll send them 7. We want 1. We'll give you a 4th rounder. All right, trade accepted. All right, so the Jaguars decline all trades. I know we probably gave up a little bit too much to move up 6 spots, but also I didn't want Winfield Jr. to slip out of the way. Here's something too, where Winfield obviously he was a great safety with the Gophers, but also he could play some cornerback. I think he could play in slot as well. I think the Vikings can use him the way that Honey Badger's been used both in Arizona and Kansas City. Houston to a degree. So I think just as a general DB, even if he wasn't, even if he didn't have the name of Antoine Winfield Jr., I think that's really big too. Do we just go full on nepotism? Do we go Thaddeus Moss? Even though tight end's obviously not a position in need, probably not. All right, so we did say we wanted to double and triple down on some offensive linemen. Also, I'm going to draft another quarterback in the 7th round. I don't care. I really don't care. I like Bryce Perkins from Virginia Tech. Cole McDonald is intriguing. Anthony Gordon probably will make it to the 6th or 7th round. So even though it still says that quarterback is a need there, Winfield sort of covers all bases. Tyler Johnson is gone. Chase Claypool. Woo! Speaking of combine freaks, he probably won't make it to the 6th round, but again, you never know. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to double and triple down on some offensive linemen. Jonah Jackson, I think, is probably one of the more intriguing middle round guard prospects in the draft. Yeah, there's really no James Lynch. James Lynch won't be there in the 6th round, which is unfortunate. Yeah, so these are some of the tough choices. These are trade-offs. Obviously, it's great to come away with 2 first-round picks, but also because we moved up for Winfield, we sort of gutted the middle rounds of our draft. So there's a lot of really good players that I'm going to have to pass up. Let's look at the big board overall. Yeah, I think at this point, I know that a lot of people have been standing for Moody out of Fresno State, except I don't know. I think Jonah Jackson's just a better athlete and a better scheme fit and just a better overall prospect. Not to say that Moody's bad, but it is what it is. All right. I know I've been saying it is what it is quite a bit on the channel, but it is what it is. Got him. You got what I need. All right, Moody goes. Matt Parrott goes to the Texans. All right, and just planning out our strategy. All right, so Lynch just keeps on chilling there. It's almost like they're mocking us because I really do want him. All right. Do we get back in? It's the 4th round. I mean, do we keep just mortgaging? All right, well, let's see who's on the clock first. Because, I mean, this is just for fun. This isn't... so the Ravens are always in the business for moving. Let's see. Baltimore Ravens. 4th round pick. We'll send you a 6th and a future 4th. How about that? Trade accepted. All right. So we're back in, and we get our guy. Where'd he go? I was going to say, that'd be so tilting if he was actually off the board. So James Lynch out of Baylor. All right, so now let's recap. The Vikings have given up 2 future 2nd rounders as well as a future 4th rounder. And now we sit out rounds 5 and 6. Still not mad. Still not mad at all. All right, so 7th round, plan our strategy here. So we've doubled down on offensive lineman. We're good there. Definitely going to grab another defensive back. Want to grab another quarterback as well. Oh, there you go. Let's see here. Probably grab an edge rusher. Oh, Carter Coughlin from the U. Obviously. Let's see here. Miles Bryant if he makes it. Scott from Michigan State. Williamson. Of course, everyone loves local angles on everything. Or to just go again on another one. Notably, we have ignored what? Now, is J.D. Spielman actually in this draft? I should probably find that out. But, yeah, I'm going to take J.D. Spielman 7th round. Do what you do, baby. See, you would think that someone who covers the NFL as a quasi-professional would know if J.D. Spielman is in the draft or not. Well. Never said we were a professional over here, people. All right, we're back in. 7th rounder. All right, so I believe we're on the clock. So, as you can see, like all 3 of our 7th rounders are, 2 of them are compensatory picks, so they're all towards the back. But I'm going to grab a QB first. Actually, let's look at the big board. Is there anyone worth standing? Oh, Bayless from Kansas State. Should I grab a kicker just to tilt everyone? Nah. Carter Coughlin already went. Yeah. So I'm going to grab Perkins. I'm really loving this draft. So you get your offensive lineman de jour of the future, QB of the future. Winfield automatically comes in and is going to help that secondary. Jonah Jackson should and could be in the mix right away on that interior offensive line. I mean, would it shock me if the future starting guards for the Vikings are Jonah Jackson, Drew Samia? Nope, not at all. Love it. James Lynch, I think, gets in right away and contributes in that interior defensive line. Just looking for some sort of penetration. J.D. Spielman one time. Grab the last edge rusher. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Then, do I draft another quarterback? Do I do that? I grab the Princeton dude. Nah. Yeah, whatever. I'll just draft the Gophers one. All right, and that is our draft. Again, to recap, the Vikings have given up 2 future second rounders and a 4th rounder. The second rounders were involved in trades back into the first round because remember we initially traded out with the Chargers. End up with Jedrick Wills, Jordan Love, Antoine Winfield Jr., Jonah Jackson, who I think is a top 3 guard in this class, James Lynch, who provides some immediate Chris Hovan-like interior penetration. Double down on QB. Get Bryce Perkins out of Virginia Tech. Very intriguing athlete as well as he can slang it. J.D. Spielman, come on down. Chauncey Rivers, the last edge guy. I don't really know much about him. Then, of course, Chris Williamson from the University of Minnesota. And that's it. That is our perfecto 7-round Vikings mock draft. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the whole comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Just give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.